So, while Second takes his phone call, what do you think of the Fauci files?
Uh, Called it? Not because I had any proof, but because my gut feeling said this is not gonna end well.
Yep, and of course, BuzzFeed's still kissing his ass.
Of
Fauci's emails
course.
revealed the pressure that fell on one man. Oh, boo fucking who. Yeah, I've seen the pressure that fell on him. Every time he got an email, he forwarded it on and said, "Hey, you, servant, answer this."
Yeah. Makes you really
Do do
makes
do
you
do
kind of
do
wonder.
do do
Oh
do do
shit.
do 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 do
Damn it,
do.
he's back.
Do 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 do. Dr. Fauci, give us emails. Lie to us all, like when they call males females.
Holy fucking shit! You actually did it better than the guy.
Oh, right. Your new your mission, whether you choose to accept it or not, is to do like a 60-second, a 30-second version of that, or a 60-second version of
Please
that, or something.
do it.
We need to do
Yeah.
a
It's a
full
challenge.
version of that.
Okay,
We'll
okay. You
wear
know what?
our masks
Second,
even though
second,
it's political
second,
theater.
second. I will give you one chance to redeem yourself for the constant Foster jokes. Okay? Do what Bezek said. Make that a 30-second
Yeah.
jingle about the Fauci emails. And I shall
Yeah.
forgive you and every
Yeah.
single joke for the next 2 months about Jane Foster. For the next two
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Well,
So Cap Stasher makes
it's a
another good
price,
point as well on old
but
Fauci Fauci.
if I can teach you the virtue of forgiveness, then we will be a step closer to your conversion.
I mean, if you have 2 months on you to do it, so 2 months where I won't raise a hand against you.
And then if
You
I
have my
don't do it, that hammer of justice is gonna like smack me all at once, right?
essentially. I mean, you Mjolnir doesn't need to even be beside you to get hit. He just needs to throw it, and it homes in on your ass.
Yum yum.
That's actually pretty. That's it. Oh, shut up. That's actually the funny part about the mythology. When Thor, before he got Mjolnir, he always ended up like he had so many goddamn weapons. So many weapons. He had to choose a new one for every single battle because Thor, he was so strong that whenever he hit someone with the weapon, it would break. And he also had this tendency of never learning archery. So he just kept throwing his weapons after fucking enemies. So during battle, he would either crush his axe, or smack his hammer, or break his sword, and if he didn't, he would end up in the heat of the moment throwing it, and it would pass through the enemy and just off into the void. Through the skull of Thrym. No, wait, not Thrym. Ymir.
Ymir. Huh.
Well, if you want to say it like
Isn't that some like little girl messing around with sand?
not anymore. She gave it up because apparently she was in love with an abusive
Dude,
boyfriend.
no,
And
no,
she
what are you no.
what?
No, the anime's not
If,
finished yet.
if you don't want me to spoil, then don't bring it up. Because in where I come from, Ymir is the LGBT icon because it's a uh what's it called? Hermaphroditic creature. Basically, one side is female, the other is male, and whenever
Oh
he
yeah, is
claps
that
his
the
hands
one where
together,
like is that
and
the
it
one where
spawns like
sexual
six-headed
reproduction
trolls.
happens from clapping those cheeks?
Well, they don't clap cheeks. They basically start clapping hands and touching feet together, and popping from the elbows and from the knee pits comes like six-headed abomination and ice giants.
Oh yes.
I mean, Norse mythology is really progressive when you think about it. I mean, Loki is the mother of Sleipnir. You know, the horse with six hooves, the fastest thing alive. You haven't heard that myth? It's really fucking funny.
Sounds like something Zeus would do.
Yeah, well, actually, Zeus and Loki has a lot in common because whenever a problem happens in Norse mythology, it's usually Loki's fault. And he has to solve that problem, or else he will get, what was it again, Freya said? Slowly torn apart by a pack of rabbit lynxes. I mean, Freya was the goddess of love, but Jesus Christ, she was brutal. Dangerous too.
Yeah.
So what were we on about? Fauci?
So, talking about the Fauci files.
I mean, again, like, this just proves the point of, like, you know, there's this ethos that exists of trust the experts, trust the experts, trust the experts. And, you know, there's the point C.S. Lewis raised where it's like, no, they're specialists speaking outside of their special subject. They may know the sciences, but governance involves question of justice, fairness, morality, what is good for man, and, you know, what things are worth having at what price. And on these, scientific training gives a man's opinion no added value. Let the doctor tell me I will die if I do such and such, but whether or not life is worth having on those terms is no more a question for him than for any other man. So there's that point where it's like, no, don't just listen to the fucking experts, even if they're like being entirely truthful about COVID. You know, there's still a debate about, like, you know, are they even capturing the whole truth? Because there's also the economic shit at play. And, you know, there's also the question,
don't you know
should
that
we sacrifice our
somebody
freedom
dies,
for
it's a crime?
Yeah.
It's a crime against humanity whenever somebody dies. You know, it's not like it's a natural thing, and people should never have to die.
Yeah.
But, you know, point being, there's that, but then there's also, like, but that even assumes that the experts are honest to begin with, you know? Where it's like,
they're definitively not. Here's a prime example.
yeah, exactly.
From Anthony Fauci. Masks are really for infected people to prevent them from spreading infection to people who are not infected rather than protecting other infected people from acquiring infection. The typical mask you buy in the drugstore is not really effective in keeping out virus, which is small enough to pass through the material, so fucking don't bother.
Yes.
Actually, is that... I know there are a lot of gotchas in here. I'm just not really sure if that is one of them, because that is something that has been publicly known for a while and has been something that's been kind of common knowledge. It's just been kind of common knowledge that the masks are more about keeping a person from transmitting it than they are from keeping a person from getting it.
Yeah,
What
but
the hell is
it's been common knowledge, but that's not what's being said by the mainstream, and it's not what's coming from the advice. Like, every time someone brings in a mask mandate, it's not because of this bullshit.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, because I don't agree with that, because I do think that is the stronger, like, argument. Because if all the mask did, if the mask was, because I actually do think it is more convenient for them that the masks work that way as opposed to the reverse, because then they can try and make the argument, you know, because the person could just make the argument where it's like, no, it's my body. If I want to not wear the mask and get COVID, then why do you care? But if it's like, you know, kind of the other way around, where it's like the mask doesn't really affect whether or not you get it, but it affects whether or not you spread it, then they're like, oh, your actions have externalities, therefore wear the masks because it's not about you, it's about other people. Well, I'm vaccinated now, so I'll just take my chances. But you could, there's still a 0.00001 chance of you spreading it, so you should wear the mask, bigot.
Well, the whole masks preventing infected people from spreading it is bullshit, as anyone who's ever worn a real fucking mask to actually protect you from particulate matter will tell you.
Yeah.
If they do not seal around the face correctly. So, oh no, it will stop you from sneezing. Okay, so instead of it going directly in front of you, you sneeze and it then goes on the people on either side of you. Because the mask does jack shit to stop it.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of this goddamn COVID shit.
Mate.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, COVID is the whatever the government says it is, and I totally disavow what I said.
Well, no, I was gonna say, you're tired of this COVID shit. Try living in the fascist states of Canada or Australia.
Honestly, like,
How about no? I mean, I thank you for the offer, but I'd rather kick myself in the nuts.
I'm actually happy. I'm really happy that this all came out because of the two kinds of lies these experts tell. You know, I don't know. This is just much more preferable to me because it's easier to deal with. Because the two types of lies told by the experts are like, oh, like obvious like corruption going on kind of thing. And on that, it's like much easier for people to be like, yeah, fuck this person. And then there's the we're lying to you because we know better for you than you do kind of
I
lies.
hate that.
Like Fauci lying about, oh, masks, they actually make it worse. Yeah, no, so we lied to the American public so that the healthcare providers could get their masks.
Wouldn't
And
it
it's
actually be
the
better if people just got treated like adults and they got
yeah.
to hear the truth of the situation
Well,
and
yeah,
just, you know,
Well, you wouldn't
but
be able to
that's the
control
point.
people if you told them the truth.
But yeah,
oh,
that's the point.
sure.
Like those lies are much more pernicious to me because it's like, not only is it, oh, this isn't just a person looking out for their own self-interest, right? Where it's like, the robber baron, once they get what they want, they don't give a fuck about what I'm doing in my life. I could be well off, I could be poor off, they don't care. But some like ideologue who has a plan for the world is going to torment us without end because they do so with the approval of their own conscience. But it's not only that, it's the fact that if they're doing so because of that, oh, we're lying to you because we know better than you do, then there are going to be a bunch of people who actually simp for that shit. A bunch of people who are completely fine with being treated by like children by the federal government, who are like, no, yeah, no, I don't deserve to make decisions. Daddy government, come in and tell me what to think.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an abomination.
I mean, what?
So,
It's
so,
kind of a black pill thing, but whatever.
so speaking of what fucking Fauci has been up to, tweet from Sarah Westwood. Peter Daszak, who was deeply involved in both in Wuhan coronavirus research and in misleading the public about the likelihood of a lab leak, thanked Fauci for helping dispel the myths around COVID origins and blamed Fox News for targeting his grant. This comes from April 2020.
I'm
What?
sorry. I'm just laughing because it's like, it's Fox News! It's Fox News propaganda!
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
Fox
have this
News
hate boner against Fox.
propaganda one day, the truth the next.
I mean, what do they have against foxes? Foxes are smart little shits. Clever little shits. Oh, wait, we're talking about the news anchor, not the animal, right? Shit. Sorry.
Wait, Robert Longshot, I thought during a nuclear attack the public were supposed to get into a refrigerator.
No, that's Indiana Jones. We're supposed to hide under the desk during nuclear time.
Oh.
I mean, it worked for the people in Hiroshima. Oh, wait. Or was it Nagasaki? Ugh.
The whole thing with the nuclear fallout is if you you're trying to survive the aftermath more than the initial issue. Like the reason you hide under desks or in bathtubs is so that when the house collapses around you, you might survive that. It's got nothing to do with surviving the nuke. If the nuke hits you, you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, if the if the nuke hits anywhere around you, you don't have to worry about a single goddamn thing. All your problems, all your worries will literally evaporate at that moment. I mean,
Yep,
if a nuke were to hit Bergen, I'd be screwed even in Trondheim,
indeed.
tiny country. Man,
Fucking
I wish
Fauci.
fucking Nora would use the thorium. I'm sorry, I know we talk about Fauci, but I'm just so tired of the whole anti-nuclear energy thing.
Do 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 do.
As long as you promise to make that song, I'm not even gonna do a thing about it.
Okay.
Maybe. Probably. Most likely. I'll try. The worst part is that song is catchy, and it pisses me off that it is.
Oh, apparently
Yeah.
more
I'm just
Fauci
happy
emails
it's
are
not
going to come out tonight.
What?
Or more Fauci emails are going to come out soon. Excellent.
Oh. So you couldn't plug the leak, huh?
Sweet.
Maybe he couldn't decide whether the leak was a good thing or not.
Fauci's just a problem.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Uh,
Leaks are a good thing.
at this point, we need a Russiagate level investigation into Fauci.
What are the chances that the Democrats are gonna allow that to happen? They'd only happen
they
against
aren't, they aren't.
Republicans.
Oh, they won't let it happen. But that doesn't mean they can't do it anyway.
You see, that's the thing. That's all this shit is now. All these investigations are just fucking political propaganda efforts.
Yeah,
Gate
it's
this,
sad.
gate that. I mean, it's so fucking stupid.
It's literally, let's create news by having an investigation so that we can have, like, propaganda ammunition for the media and the public will think something important is going on.
I mean, the rivalry between the Fox and the other, MSNBC or whatever, it's
Yeah.
adorable, but suddenly just, when it goes too far, it's just boring.
Yeah. As Prime Knight says, hydroxychloroquine was effective against COVID in the emails, but Fauci lied they weren't. Yeah, Fauci he received several emails telling him that he should at least encourage trials of hydroxychloroquine, and that might be of interest to people.
That would be during Trump's reign, and we couldn't allow that. And I know I said reign because, Trump was evil dictator, orange man bad. Beep,
Yes,
beep, boop.
the only dictator in the history of the planet to ever be elected out peacefully.
Yeah, but that is the most evil kind of dictator.
You mean the kind that isn't a dictator at all?
Yes, it is what makes it so malicious. He really makes us think that he's a dictator, which is why he's an evil dictator. Ooh.
How vibrant.
Yeah, indeed.
How vibrant. More dictators.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind having more dictators like that. Of course, I wish it would, stop the whole Twitter thing, but I'm starting to think that's more like a 4D chess move because I knew the idiots would start about the Twitter
Well,
thing.
that's it.
And that
Every
would be
time
a
Trump was
correction.
actually up to something important, he'd post something stupid, and they'd be offering about that instead of paying attention.
Yeah. I mean, America's oil situation is fucked, but at least Orange Man isn't posting mean tweets anymore. Boo-hoo.
I know, that is my fucking mom's mindset, honestly, and I love her, but it annoys me so much where it's like, and she has become more based recently, but she still has that like white suburban woman mindset of, yeah, okay, I can accept that some of Trump's policies are good and some of Biden's policies are bad, but Trump is icky and mean.
Yeah, but that's because she
know.
has had, 5 or 6 years where that has been implanted into her brain. Can't fault her too
Yeah.
much on that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, the Clinton News Network has had its time to do its work.
No, that's more so my dad. My mom's not really into like watching CNN or anything. No, I think it's more so just like the general cultural ethos of kind of the people around where it's just kind of like, oh, Trump is bad, Trump is bad, Trump is bad.
In Texas.
Well,
That's the funny part. Austin,
and
Texas, isn't it?
yeah,
Of course it is.
Yeah, my mom's a nurse, okay, gang.
Adorable. So how many TikTok videos did she make, or is that only in Britain?
No, she didn't, because she actually had important stuff to do as a professional.
Ooh, lovely.
Yes.
Professionality.
You know, unlike the people who were so overburdened with COVID patients that the entire hospital system was stretched out and couldn't look after everyone, that they had time to have the entire fucking floor dance in a video.
Yeah, and also when any rude, evil racist came to say, "Could I get some help? I'm dying here." Fuck you. I don't remember which hospital it was, but was it like a lady filming the TikTok fucking the TikTokers, and they ended up like threatening to throw her out or some shit.
Surprise me.
Yeah.
That's
No,
disgusting.
it wasn't filming the TikTokers. It was somebody filming all of the empty rooms.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, the worst virus we've ever had. So bad that we've got empty rooms in hospitals.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
and also
died.
my mom's defense, she accepts that Joe Biden is like a fucking idiot who like
Can't
who
keep a
can't
sentence
who
cohesive.
can't like exactly, yeah. You know,
But you
I'll
know the
show
thing
I'll
with
show my
corn pop
parents
in
like
my
a Biden
legs,
clip. My
the
mom will
children
laugh and be
like to
like,
play on my legs.
yeah, I'll show my mom a clip and she'll just kind of laugh and be like, "Oh no, that's so bad." And my dad will be like, "He has a stutter."
He didn't have a stutter 20 years ago. They don't magically come out of fucking nowhere.
Well, it's also like that's not how stutters work.
No.
I mean, if you're part of that organization, you can magically get stutters. I mean, it's possible to hang yourself with toilet paper after all. 20 centimeters over the ground?
Yeah.
Everything is possible.
Yeah, it's possible to kill yourself with 2 bullets to the back of the head. So I mean,
Yeah. I mean, you really got to be good at pulling triggers quickly, to get 2 bullets. Just be certain that you got it.
if there's like a burst fire mode, I mean,
Yeah, and a super flexible hand, right? Like perfect.
yep, like a Slenderman arm or some shit.
Yeah. Maybe a hand like Void from Berserk. Fucking me 2 meter long thing. Stretch
F's
over
in the
like fucking
chat, right?
patterns. Huh?
F's in the chat, right?
What?
You mentioned Berserk.
Yeah,
Ah,
Berserk, yeah.
yes.
I'm talking about the Void, the leader or the former leader of the God Hand, that guy with the giant brain.
Mhm.
Cool designs. Hashtag Griffith did everything wrong. Fuck Griffith.
At least we know you've got strong opinions about it.
Sad.
Dear. Prime Knight says, wonder when not having a mask or COVID vaccine papers leads to a shot in the back of the head and be counted as a COVID death. I give it 2 months.
Well, you see, this is kind of the amazing thing, which it's like even though Austin is like a Democrat city or whatever, it's more of like a smoke weed and listen to music kind of city than it is some kind of autistic Portland let's smash and burn shit for the sake of justice, kind of city.
That's
So
You
like
because...
wanna smash?
and I mean, at least outside of college students, even the Democrats in Austin are like Texan culturally
Yeah.
to some degree, right? So even over here in Austin, it has now become more common than it is uncommon for people to not wear masks. Most people over here, even in Austin, are like not wearing masks anymore, and it is amazing. Most businesses don't require you to wear masks inside now. Although employees who work at like gas stations and stores are like still required to wear masks, but people who go in to buy shit aren't. So it is like more like
I
it
mean,
is it
large
is becoming the
stores.
social norm again to not wear masks.
I mean, large stores in Norway don't really care much about it, but when you get these smaller, more privately owned stores or parlors, like the tattoo parlor was in, there is a strict mask rule.
Ugh.
But then again, they're not assholes about it, so I do it just because I don't want to start any shit. The people are nice, so they just do what they have to. When people actually say I have to, I'm being assholes, I usually just say screw you. I'm willing to be diplomatic.
That's something at least.